Okay, folks, today I am messing with a new idea. Well, new to me, it's definitely not a new idea. This is a discard deck that's not meant to discard your opponent's card, it's meant to discard your cards. Again, not necessarily an original idea, but it is original for me. It's something I've never really put much effort into, but really our key card here is Glint-Horn Buccaneer. I've been beaten by this card before. I've seen a little bit of what it does. I've not seen a lot of it though. So typically that means it's not strong enough to make a big splash in the meta. So are we playing something underpowered? Yeah, possibly. But there's a really cool synergy with Glint-Horn Buccaneer and cards such as Song of Creation that I want to try to mesh. And also Bag of Holding. Now, because of wild cards, I would rather have 4 Bag of Holding, but I'm sitting on 2. I've got 1 wild card. And Zendikar Rising is almost out, and so I'm holding on to some coinage for that. Although I gotta be honest, after seeing the previews, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's a bad set. I do feel underwhelmed. Some of the rares and mythics do look really good, but just in general, I'm not crazy about it. And I think part of it's because I feel like Ikoria gave us such imagination, and we got such a big splash with art. Like, I'm not crazy about some of the new frames for Zendikar Rising and some of the things they're trying to accomplish with the art. So I don't know, I'm not too crazy about that set. So when I may not actually spend the whole thing or all of my coins on Zendikar Rising when it comes out, but I'm definitely waiting to purchase a bunch of packs at that time, which will give me some more rock cards. So all that to say, I am going to try this deck, but I really think it needs 4 Bag of Holding to really synergize well with the Buccaneer and Song of Creation. And I might even would consider 4 Song of Creation, although they don't, well, actually I was going to say they do stack well. I was going to say they don't, but that's not true. They do stack well. As long as you have at least 1 Buccaneer out. Now, that's one thing I've been really trying to work on the deck. So there's been times where I've gotten 1 out and then it gets removed, and then the deck doesn't have a really good win condition after that. So I'm kind of really tossing some different things around. I managed to pull a Hazoret out of a pack and threw it in here, and now I'm thinking that's another card with wild cards I would really love to put in here, because it gives you that second win con where if somebody can remove Glint-Horn, it's going to be a lot harder to remove Hazoret. And so he kind of being able to stay on the board will definitely help keep the pressure on. So until you can find another Glint-Horn. So I would definitely probably increase that. And honestly, at that point, what I would take out, so I like cards like Migration Pass because it helps keep this thing flowing. I can cycle it to give me more discard if I need to, or play it as it is. I would probably consider taking out Cloud Piercer. It has the option to discard a card and draw it, which is great, and I've been using it. I've been throwing it on Grim Initiate with a mutate mechanic, and so it has come in handy, but it could very easily not be here. And Grim Initiate even was something I just needed at the bottom of the curve to just play cards early and not stall out. So it doesn't necessarily fit the deck. It just gave me something at the bottom of the curve to keep something on the board. So I could definitely take that out, I think, maybe as well as Cloud Piercer. And so then I'm running low on creatures, which just for my style of play, I'm a creature heavy player. That's just how I play. So I would really be learning, I think, kind of how to control early and wait early, and not focus on having creatures out early. So that would just be a learning curve for me. But let's play with this. I've tried it a couple times. I've had some success. I've had a lot of I've taken a lot of losses just play testing, but that's what happens when you play test, I suppose. Oh, before we do that, let's see what kind of. So I always swap the 500s when I can, just in case you get a 750. We're not going to do a lot of attacking, I don't think, so that may not help. We should finish this one not before too long, and then the red, we'll see how that goes. I always like paying attention to that. Sometimes I play just to mine the treasures, and sometimes I just like to pay attention to what they are when I'm playing my decks that I'm testing or playing decks that I just enjoy. Good coffee. It's early Sunday, well, not early Sunday morning. It's I don't know what time it is. What is it? 9. So for some of you that might be early. It's it's kind of a lazy Sunday morning, getting some MTG Arena in. It's been a long week working, so got to catch up on some things today before I go back to work tomorrow, but for now we get to throw down some Arena. So I wonder if that's just somebody playing with symbols or if that's actually means something. I would love it if it actually meant something, then I'd love to know what it meant. Interesting. I mean, we definitely are playing an international game, so it could be pretty cool. So, yeah, with Cathartic Reunion giving us discard, Bag of Holding it, this and Glint-Horn, we just need one more. This could be a decent opening hand. We got to get one more land. So again, I like Grim Initiate. I can't talk. I like having that out early, but that's just again because that's I'm that style of player. So does it work in this deck? Possibly not. This deck might function a lot better without needing that early presence. That's just again part of my learning curve as having a little bit of a different play style. Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. I'd have to discard 2 cards first, which is normally not a problem, but I don't know that I have anything there I really want to discard. So the other thing about Bag of Holding is that it lets me draw a card. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to go ahead and do it. There's no point in, I guess there could be a point in waiting because I'm going to give away that I don't have anything, but I'm kind of okay with that just because I want to get this moving. Ooh. So luckily in the early game that's not hurting us too bad, but okay, I'm actually going to, instead of playing that Grim Initiate, I'm going to go ahead and drop it here so that maybe I can draw some land. I did not draw land, but isn't that an activated ability? Yes. Let's see what he's got next turn if we don't draw land, and maybe, ooh, that's an activated ability. Okay. Good night. Oh, this is going to be tough. Okay, so we got the land that we needed. I'm thinking, so we can lava coil this later. We don't need to do it yet. So let's stop Gideon. Oh, and he's got Basri coming. Yikes. Okay, let's stop Gideon first since it's already on the battlefield. And let's make him choose to possibly give up Speaker of Heavens. I don't think he will. I don't think I would either. Okay. Wow, the speed at which he's working and the speed at which we are not is gonna be huge. Good night. I hate to say it's over now, but I don't know that there's any way that it's not over now. Okay. I mean, setting this up now, it's just not going to do do a ton for us. We could go ahead and drop the flyer force a decision here. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's something. We're still going to die to this if we can't do anything about it. Which, we can't do anything about it. Alright, that's it. Let's bail. No point in sitting around for that. So I almost feel like more removal would make sense instead of Grim. But Grim just does not work here. I had it again for that curve issue, and then for mutating with whatever the other card was. I don't remember the name. So yeah, we had it there. It doesn't fit what we're trying to do, but I mean, like I said, I've never played this deck before, and I'm not pulling a deck list, which I don't mind. I mean, I'm not knocking on net decking. If somebody wants to go pull a deck list to see how to best utilize a card, go for it. I've done that plenty of times, and would do it here. It just so happened that I saw the card, thought about it, wanted to try it, and I didn't have a deck list to pull. So we're tweaking as we go without having that deck list, and it's not too bad. I'm definitely going to pull Grim Initiate though, and probably going to pull the other card that I was using for reach for Grim, and let's see, let me get there. Sorry, I had to adjust something on my green screen. It was bugging the mess out of me. You have no idea how much work I've been putting into this green screen, and for it to still not be perfect is fine, but sometimes it just bugs me. Okay, so let's drop those and Cloud Piercer. Let's drop Cloud Piercer, and let's focus on more removal, I think. So if you've watched any of my videos, you probably know how much I hate blue. Honestly, if I didn't have to play it for Song of Creation, I almost wouldn't put it in here. I like the card draw that comes with blue, but in this case, we're already using some red card draw, and I'm even not against adding more red card draw. The upside to blue card draw here, though, is Opt. Where is Opt? Okay, so this would give us the chance to scry and draw. The problem with blue here is we've already gone so heavy red and even green that if I start out with an Opt in my hand, the odds of pulling the blue mana. So I almost feel like we need to stay in this red kind of fold. So let's go with removal instead of card draw here, and maybe we consider blue card draw later. So I think the best thing to do here is shock. It almost feels like we're moving into some kind of burn deck, which is weird, but we're just going to use it for removal. I mean, we could do something like, actually I like that better, because we're not, so normally I would not use anything that doesn't allow me to target any target. Targeting a creature or being forced to target a creature or a planeswalker, I typically don't like that because I can't put the game away with that. So Shivan Fire would only be for removal. It would not allow me an extra card to put the game away with. So I'm kind of torn here, where late game it gives me another removal. Oh, let me think. But see, late game, I might be doing something different anyway. I'm going to go ahead and go with shock because it just doesn't. So I said that, and then I'm sitting on Lava Coil. Yes, I am sitting on Lava Coil because it's early, relatively early, with the only 2 cost, and it exiles a creature for 4 damage. It is just removal, doesn't give me the any target, but I don't know. It feels right. It feels more right than paying 5 in the late game to not target anything. That doesn't feel as good. So yeah, I think I like that better. Now we need one more card. Oh my goodness, it's very tempting to go here. So Sorcerer's Spyglass, I don't know that it necessarily fits what the deck is doing, other than it shuts down Planeswalkers, which are our threat right now. So there's other ways to deal with Planeswalkers, but in these colors, it just so happened that I thought that was a good way to go. So I don't know. Actually, after our last run, let's count our land. That might be the place to add the extra card. So let's see, we got 7 and 8's 15, and 8 more is 23. 24 might not be such a bad idea here. Let's see. So we got Forgotten Cave for the cycling. Now, at one time, I had more. So like Migrant Path is 2 basic lands, so I didn't want to. I had something else here that made me want to keep more basic lands and less cycling lands, but now I'm thinking maybe I should get more cycling lands. Let's see. Let's go land, cycling. Oh, I guess I need to craft. Let's go not collected. Okay, so we could, let's do 4 of these and take out 3 of these. Craft. Finish. Because I only need 1 blue on the battlefield at any time, and so if I've got the 1, I can cycle the rest. So this is actually good. Yep, that is much better. That's not bad at all there. I mean, not the color combination. We had to find the right colors that we need, but just thinking about what that does, I wouldn't be able to give up a rare for it though. Oh, but that takes away my ability to search for that. So let's drop 1 and go 1 island. Let's do that. So now, if I need to search for an island, I can. I could do the same thing with the forest and cycling. Let's do that. Because I have plenty of common wild cards. So now then, let's go 1, 2, 3, and drop 1, 2, 3, craft. Done. So the other thing I didn't want to do is create a cycling deck that's picked up a lot of steam with the what's it called, flame something. Now it's gonna bug me. It is called what? I think I haven't crafted any because I haven't played the deck, because it's too popular and I don't want to play a popular deck right now. But dun dun dun, Zenith Flare, that's what it is, not Flame. So I wanted to avoid playing that and playing that typical deck. So I went discard, but cycling fits discard, so it makes sense. So here we go. See if we have a better shot now. So now the idea is to play removal until we can get our cards set up. And now that I'm doing this, I'm thinking if that's the plan, maybe I should have added a board sweeper. Red has, and I've got those crafted already, Red has a pretty good board sweeper now. I forget the name of it, but it does 4 damage to each creature. I think it may even be each creature and Planeswalker. Yeah, we might have to go back after that. The only thing about that is that takes out my Glint-Horn Buccaneer, which I don't know that I could get back very easily, if at all. Okay, let's keep this. We got early removal, and then we can start cycling through cards as we need to as well. Let's get this out. Yeah, the sad thing is, with not crafting certain things, we really are getting down to a very limited win condition. Okay, so we've got blue here, so I don't need this. So let's cycle it. Nice. Bag of Holding is the perfect card. Now we can run Cathartic Reunion, and let's see, later we don't mind having that in our hand and that in our hand, so we discard those. Bag of Holding will keep them. Draw, so next turn we can get our Glint-Horn Buccaneer out. Okay, this might actually work. Alright. Oh, we actually have enough land, so I don't mind a tapped land. But I don't need that either, because I can cycle that. Okay, let's think here. So we'll go here. Yeah, we could start cycling now. So we can start dealing damage now. And next turn we can drop 2 shocks if we don't pull our if we don't pull a lava coil. We can drop 2 shocks on that. And we know enchantments are coming, so we may have to do this earlier than we wanted to, but we can do that as well. Okay. Well, I feel like we don't have a choice but to get rid of this sooner than later. So let's do that. That will hurt us. Let's go ahead. And see what we get. We could bring everything back. We can drop this. We have, don't I have it in here? A wilt, yes, so we can get rid of that. So let's deal some damage, and then next turn may need to be the time that we do that. Okay, this we can go ahead and get on the field. So in some ways, even though it's going to be hard to deal with that without a lava coil, I'm starting to think this is where we need that board sweeper. Even though we would lose our Glint-Horn Buccaneer, I think we've got enough going on at this point. We've cycled so much that's gone here. Okay, now this is interesting. I think instead of going ahead and pulling Bag of Holding, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, but see, we don't want more angels. I'm kind of thinking we should get rid of that first. Oh, that's going to be tough. Okay. But I also can't deal with it this turn. So, let's do this. Let's do this. If I had enough mana, I would have definitely done that this turn so that I could pull that off. Oh, I was hoping to come up with a better solution. Double your life total, loses half their life, rounded up. Okay, well let's go ahead and do this so when they double it's less. That card hurts a lot. That might have been the game right there. I don't think there's any way to come back from that. Let's see. We have cards in here that will help, but I don't know if we have enough. See, that's coming in tapped hurts. It hurts a lot. Yep, we're kind of playing desperate here. Yep, that's it. Okay. That did not work. Gosh, I hate to run a long video, but I think we should add that, see if that board sweeper comes in handy. Try that one more time. Man, I just feel like we're getting close to something that could be really good, but at the same time it feels rough. So rough. And I've tweaked this several times. It was worse. As hard as that is to believe, I'm sure it was definitely worse. Like, actually, I think had we had enough mana going, there was some potential there, because if we could have gotten rid of the enchantment earlier, and I have the enchantment removal, so I do think there was some potential there. Well, we may not be doing anything else. Okay, well, I'm not going to sit here while this happens. So I think I may just do a second video to catch up with that. So I may go ahead and make the additions off the video, and then jump in and let you guys see what happens with it later. So maybe I'll make that a really short video, since you've sat through this. If you've sat through this, well, of course you have, if you can hear me. Weird. Okay. Thanks for sitting through this. I'll make another video to see what happens after I tweak it some more. So later.